is given a list of strings, find the longest common prefix for them. So prefix, by this prefix, I'm making this code more simple. Okay. This problem is more simple when I'm saying, like, if I just had to find a common substring or something, then it would have been little difficult. But when I'm just saying prefix, it's simple. So I'm not taking a list. I'm just taking simple examples. Let's say str of 1 equals to some AMIT, and str of 2 equals to AMNOPQ. So if I give these two strings, what is the common prefix for me? It will be AM, right? This is going to be AM, correct? Now, how to do that? All you could have done is, you can start, like, you can go in a for loop or some loops. Basically, you can do a loop. And a few things to remember here is, like, when I'm doing a loop or when I'm going in a loop, I should be iterating till I have exhausted all the characters or all the elements of the smaller string. That is all you need to ensure, because the maximum prefix or the maximum common prefix that you could have is Amit. Nothing more than that. So I should be doing a loop in such a way that I iterate till this last value from string 1. Okay. What I can do is, I can go in a loop. Let's say I have this I value, which is my counter or my iterator, and then I start comparing the first element from string 1 and first element from string 2, and keep going on until the elements are not the same. So the moment they become different, I should break, because the point where they became different, just before that point, everything is my common prefix. So here, like, I will start with I equals to 0, and I will check for str1 of 0 and str2 of 0. They are same, then print A. Then move one step here, one step here. They are same, print M. Then move one step here, move one step here. They are different, break out of the loop. That's all. Any questions? Similarly, like here, if it is a 3 list, like, I'm just giving you a simple solution. If there is a 3 list, what I could have done is, for I value, this element, and maybe the str3, third element, they are same, print, then move next element, then check for the next element. You stop the moment they become different. Okay. That could be a simple solution to this problem. Now you can add more, like, if you want to try some other solutions, other approaches, maybe you can do is, you can use slicing and striding. And there, what you can do is, start from the first element, like slicing and striding, how it works: start index, end index, and step that you are going to take. Here my step is going to be 1. Oops, sorry. Start index, end index, and your step. It has to be 1, because I have to compare element by element kind of thing. I can start from 0, okay, and then till the end of the smaller list. And you can add logic to use this slicing and striding operation using some iterator value kind of I. Anyways, let it be. Just use this, the first approach that I'm talking about, Amit, and AMIT, or sorry, AMNOPQ. NOPQ. These are two strings. Start with first element of both the strings. If they are same, print it. Then move to next element. If they are same, print it. Move to next element. They are different, break out of the loop. Still there is confusion. Like if you think you have not understood something here. Now, because I don't know where there will be a mismatch, all I can do is I can use a while loop here. Okay. All I can do is use a while loop. Now, there are multiple ways of doing it. Like I can say while I less than, I need to iterate till minimum of these two values, right? So minimum of len of A comma len of B. Let's say this is string A, this is string B. I can do this way, or I mean, there can be a simple way of doing it. Just ensure that your first input is always smaller than your second input. That is one way. Second way is, you guys are able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what I was discussing. So one is you can always ensure by prompt saying that input the smaller string, or you can say like whatever a value is. So a is some a bigger string, a m n o p q, and d is a m I t, let's say. Okay. All I need to ensure is what? A and B are two strings for me. Like whether A holds Amit or B holds AMNOPQ, I don't care. All I can do is after taking the inputs, I can ensure that A always stores the smaller value and B stores the larger value or the bigger value, right? I can do that, correct? Now, what I can do to for that thing is like I can say if len of A is less than len of B, or let's take this as greater than len of B, then just swap the two elements. That is, you say, you guys are, yeah, so A comma B equals to B comma A. That's all. Now, if I run this and if I say print A and print B, see, in A, the value was AMNOPQ and in B, it was AMIT. I just swapped them. Like if it was different, I just swapped them, ensuring that always the smaller value is stored in A. Or let's change these things. Like if I make it B and if I make this A and run this, still A holds the smaller string, B holds the bigger string. Trying to ensure that my variable A will have the smaller value, and then you can do that looping and other things. Now you can have your while loop and you can start like while I less than len of A. Now, because I know that A is storing up the minimum string, I can say while I less than len of A. Okay. If A of I double equals to B of I can say here print A of I or B of I, whatever, A of I, and let's end this with so that they are printed together in just one line. And then I will say for, okay, here I will need to first say I equals to 0, and then I will need to increment I value, I plus equals to 1. And if it is not same, the moment it becomes different, I can break out of the loop. And if I run this, let's just run through it, it will give me AM as my common prefix. That is one approach that is there. Other approach could be, take this, the minimum string which is there, the entire string, because all this while what I have been doing, I am starting from single element, like I'm starting from start and then comparing element by element. The other approach could be, take this minimum string, the whole string, consider that that is the common prefix, and then compare if this string is like for all the, like you can use this function starts with. Okay, there is this function starts with for with strings, and you can use the minimum string for all the other strings which are there. You can say whether, so let's say this is string A, this is string B. I will say A dot starts with B. If this is not true, what I will do is I will remove the last element from B, and then I will do the comparison, and so on. So let's, maybe like if you are not able to understand this problem thoroughly, this is one approach. So one is you start from the beginning and you compare element by element. Other approach is you take the minimum string, the whole minimum string as one, and then if they are not same, start removing from the ends. And you can achieve that through slicing and striding. If you need like code examples, I mean how to do it, I can share those code examples with you. But that should be your idea, like how to. So this is the question. I have three strings: Amit, AMNOPQ, atmosphere, first and second compared and got AM as common prefix. Okay, can you please keep yourself on mute? Everyone, please keep yourself on mute. Okay.
Better, yeah.
Yeah, so these are the three strings. Okay. And the question is, first and second compared and got AM. Why you will compare just first and second? You will compare everything. That is what I'm trying to say. Like you will start with first element and you will compare all the three. Here I'm doing it manually, but if it is a list, you will go in a loop and compare, like for whatever I value you have, you go in a loop for word or string in the list that you have and say, if word of I, or maybe take the first, like word of I double equals to word, str of I. So if these are my list of words, okay, I'm starting with the minimum one, the less than len of the first word, less than len of first word. Okay, I from here I'm like from this line I'm iterating for I value. Okay, now I will compare this I value for all the strings which are there. So str1 of I double equals to str2 of I double equals to str I3 of I. This is like hard-coded statement. You can do this whole thing in a loop for word in your list, whatever is there, and just take this one, the first one, like str1 as your first, and here in list, keep it as it is. So str1, you will take str1 outside of this loop and say I of str1 of I double equals to word of I, so that in loop it compares for rest of the strings which are there. Any approach is fine, but you will not be doing like comparing first and second string and then compare third string. But yes, I agree, Lily, this is a better approach what you are suggesting. But for everyone to understand, if you have understood this thoroughly, let me explain what Lily is trying to highlight here. So here what you could have done is first compare two strings. There will be some common, right? There will be some common, that will be AM in these two strings. That common prefix that you have taken will become your resultant, and then don't compare anything else. Just compare this prefix with the next string, that is atmosphere. Okay, now if you do that, the common of these two will be A. This is also another approach. Let me again explain here, like what approach Lily is trying to suggest is this: AMIT and AMNOPQ. I will compare these two strings first. My result will be AM. Now this will be my result, and the next string I will come. I'm not going to compare these two. The next string will be atmosphere, and I will compare these two. My result. You need not remove M. That is what I'm saying. You need not remove M. This is your result. Consider that this is some temporary string that you are having. The result of first two comparison will result in a temporary string, and that you will compare for the same logic, prefix logic. You will compare for the third string. You got it right? So this is I completely agree. This is a lot better approach. But if you are able to translate it to code, good. But not if not, just follow the first approach that I have been suggesting. And there you can do a while loop. You can use start with. You can use slicing and striding. Everything is possible. Try that out.